Hey guys, it's Carrie and Jeremy, and we're sitting here on the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah.
It is the end of March 2014, and
we have some big news we'd like to share with you guys.
yeah.
Well, back in 2008, I was deployed to Baghdad, Iraq for a year. And in December time, I was going on various missions, and there was a 2-week period where Carrie and we were not able to talk to each other. However, during that time, God really laid 3 things onto my heart. The first would be that I felt that He was saying for us to get out of the military. The second would be to pursue Him full time. And then the third would be that Carrie and I would be a mother and father of many children. And little did I know that God, He was doing the same thing inside of Carrie's heart, even though we're half a world away from each other. And we started instant messaging one night when we were able to talk to each other, and I was able to actually pick up the phone because we were both instant messaging each other saying we have some extremely exciting news we wanted to share with each other because it is really life-changing. And sure enough, the same thing that God put on my heart, He put on her heart as well, telling her the same 3 things, and it's like, wow, this is confirmation.
And I would say why this was so crazy, because nothing like this ever happened in our marriage before, and I would say it was so crazy because at this time we had orders to go to North Carolina, which was one of our dreams, and at that time we planned on staying in the military and retiring. Like, we planned on kind of making a career of it, and we actually even had like adoption packets that we were like looking at. And so for us both to hear these 3 things wasn't like, it was so bizarre just because it was not even on the radar that we would get out of the military or go into full-time ministry or believe that we'd be a father and mother of many at that time. So yeah, it was really kind of one of those really weird experiences that don't happen that often, where we both kind of had the same, I would say, revelation maybe. Yeah, the same revelation in the same night. And it was exciting, but it was also so scary.
Yeah.
So in 2010, though, Jeremy was able to exit the military, and we kind of began this journey of training. You know, as a lot of you know, I went to worship school. We helped start a church plant down in South Carolina, and then moved back up to Indiana, and we were with the church for 3 years there that we still love dearly.
Yeah.
And we were able to be trained and really started to gain a heart for church planting and the culture of just a new type of church that doesn't really exist, the opposite of a dying church.
Yeah.
So,
and what brought us here to Virginia was that we still had a lot of Montgomery GI Bill left, and we felt that here at Liberty University we'd be able to receive an education that really give us a good foundation and bring us to the next season in our life. So we wanted to use our military benefits and continue on with school.
In 2008, when we both had that revelation of the same 3 things, we both specifically felt called to missions. Missions was one of the first things on our minds, more specifically Latin America.
Yeah.
And we also had a very specific country in mind. And over the years, that country really hasn't left our thinking.
Yeah.
So, also when we got out of the military, we began this journey of more plant-based lifestyle.
Yeah.
Very simplistic, minimalistic, just becoming healthy from the inside out. And so, you know, as the years went on, I started watching YouTube videos of vegans and raw vegans, and they, like, the same country just kept popping up. And it was a country that was on our hearts for ministry, but it was also a country that really pulled at us. Or, you know, what would be the right word there? Like, a country that really we were drawn to because of the lifestyle there, the cost of living, and just the new lifestyle we're on. So the big news is...
Drum roll, please. We are going to move to Ecuador.
Yay!
Yay!
We are moving to Ecuador sometime in 2015.
Ecuador is a place where it's always warm, lots of vegetation, and there's quite a few folks who move from Australia, Europe, and America that'll actually go down there for a different lifestyle, because a lot of the actual cost of living, it's pretty inexpensive to live down there. But the people group who live down there from other countries, it's called expats, which stands for an expatriate. And so these are the folks that we really feel called to love on, since we have so many similarities to them already.
Yeah, I mean, Ecuador is someplace that, if it weren't even just for missionally, we really feel drawn to these people. We desire a similar lifestyle, a similar way of raising our children, and eating and living, just a very simplistic lifestyle. So we would love to live there no matter what, but with Ecuador being I wouldn't even say predominantly, it's almost 100% Catholic country. There's Catholic churches, but there's not a lot of missionaries or Christian churches, and so with what we have in common with these expats, we really have a desire to go down there and minister to them. We don't know exactly what that looks like either.
We're planning on moving down there around 2015. Not sure exactly when, maybe earlier than later. We're just going to try finishing our degree. We may end up doing our last semester online. So we're still working out the intricate details for all that.
We actually have looked at a lot of different options as far as organizations have gone, or mission boards. The hard thing is our situation is very unique. A lot of mission boards prepare you to really minister to the indigenous people, so like the Ecuadorian people, which, yes, we will love them when we go down there and do what we can, but our main goal is really the expats, which are Americans. So we don't need all this missionary, quote-unquote, training. We really already have a lot of the church plant training we need. So that's what makes it really unique. An international mission board of any kind is going to prepare us for something that doesn't quite fit our unique situation. The other thing a mission organization really does is help prepare you financially, which again, just because of some life events, we're covered there, and we actually don't need to raise support at this time as far as living costs. We have more than enough for living costs. At some point we may raise some funds for when it comes to actually church planting and reaching the people, but as far as living costs, we're good to go. Especially since the first year, our goal is just to get acclimated to the culture, get to know the people, and really adjust to life in Ecuador.
Well, we think that we'll probably come back to the United States around every 1.5 to 2 years, just for expenses, and really allows us
just visiting family, taking rest. But there's nothing set in stone, and we're also open to visitors. We would love to have family and friends come visit us. We'll put you to work. I'm sure there's things we'll find that we can do to reach the expat community. We don't know. I mean, honestly, if you know Jeremy and I, there's no telling. We really are the type of people who are kind of natural-born adventurers, explorers, and we're not closed off to anything. For all we know, we could be in Ecuador for the next 20 years of our lives, or we could be there for 2 years. We're not going to set our own plans. We're just really going to go with where life takes us and be obedient to what we feel God's calling us to do.
And right now we just feel that Ecuador is that, so we're going to be obedient. We're going to go down there and see what God has in store for us. We're actually going to be heading down to Ecuador here in about a month away. We're going to scout it out for around 3 weeks, really. We're going to go to a few different cities, do a lot of recon, and see where God is prompting us to move, and just really pray upon it, experience the culture, and go from there. Yeah,
we're excited. We'll share pictures with you guys, videos. We'll keep you as up to date as we can on that journey. So like I said, at this time, we don't need financial support. Honestly, what would be very beneficial to us is just your encouragement, your love, and ultimately your prayers for the challenges we're going to face. We have no misconceptions that it's going to be easy. We know it's going to be a huge transition, especially with a child now. But it's one we look forward to. It's a challenge we're ready to take on, and so just as much love, encouragement, and prayers as you can send our way, we would love that. If you guys have any questions about our journey or specifics or just anything, go ahead and write them in the comments below or email them, and we will try and do a Q&A video to answer all of those questions that we may have missed.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for watching the video.
Adios.